Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Tech Sports Report. I am your host, Matt Jenkins, here to bring you all the latest in Arkansas Tech athletic events. Coming up on today's show, we will have Golden Suns tennis player Tamara Bell to talk about the season opening win against Delta State, as well as being picked preseason #1 in the Great American Conference Coaches preseason poll. We'll kick off today's show with highlights from Golden Suns basketball. On Thursday, the Golden Suns hosted Southern Arkansas inside Tucker Coliseum. The Golden Suns started out hot right out of the gate as Callie White knocks down this jump shot and draws the foul to take a 22-7 lead in the first quarter. We move on to the third quarter where Kelsey McClure takes it strong to the basket, gets the hoop, and draws the foul to make the score 48-20. Later in the quarter, Anissa Pounds hits this step-back three-point shot to stretch the Golden Suns lead to 56-26. Then here in the fourth quarter, Brianna Williams picks SAU's pocket here, and she goes coast to coast for the fast break layup to make the score 64-37. Arkansas Tech would win this one by a final score of 83-40. Anissa Pounds led the Golden Suns with 17 points and 7 rebounds. Callie White pitched in 13 points off the bench and also dished out a team-high 5 assists, and Williams came off the bench to score 12 points. The Golden Suns traveled to Arkadelphia on Saturday to take on the Ouachita Baptist Tigers, and right now we'll pick things up in the first quarter. As Tech starts out hot in this one, Pound steps back to knock down this three-point shot to cap off a 10-0 run to open the ballgame. We move on to the second quarter as Cheyenne North finds a cutting McClure for the easy layup. Golden Suns up 30-14. A few plays later, Kylie Ladd makes it a 33-14 lead as she knocks down this bomb from the left wing. And now we will move ahead to the fourth quarter with the shot clock winding down, and Kelsey McClure finds a wide-open Ryan Goodsell to just barely beat the shot clock and give Tech a 70-49 lead. The Lady Tigers fought back late in this one, but Arkansas Tech held on for a 78-63 win. Danielle Frazier led the Golden Suns with 15 points and 8 rebounds. Kelsey McClure added 14 points on 6 of 11 shooting from the field and 8 rebounds. And Goodsell tied her career high with 12 points on 5 of 9 shooting from the field. The Golden Suns finished up a busy week with a top 25 battle with 25th ranked Harding University on Monday. Tech fell behind early, but with just under 40 seconds remaining in the first quarter, Callie White buries this three-point shot from long range to cut the Harding lead to 29-17. Then with time winding down in the quarter, North gathers this rebound and finds Williams on the run-out as her layup falls right before the end of the first quarter to cut the Harding lead to 10. We fast forward to the fourth quarter with just under 1 minute and a half to go. Pounds gets this runner to fall to cut the deficit to 60-58. The Golden Suns had one last chance as McClure drives to the basket to find Frazier on the wing, but her game-tying jumper fell just short. Harding escaped Tucker Coliseum with a 64-62 win. White led the Golden Suns with 18 points on 6 of 9 shooting from the field, including 4 of 6 from behind the three-point line, while Pounds chipped in 10 points and 5 rebounds. The Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys basketball team looked to continue their hot winning streak and extend it to the longest winning streak in the Chad Klein era with 3 big-time games this past week. The Wonder Boys opened the weekend with a Thursday night game against Southern Arkansas. Midway through the first half, Montrell Williams glides to the basket and throws down this vicious dunk to put the Wonder Boys up 31-25. On the very next possession, Williams somehow tracks down this errant pass and throws up this three-point shot from the corner to stretch the lead to 34-25. We move on to the second half as Freddie Lee drives to the basket, scoops this shot from underneath the defender, and draws the foul. Tech stretches the lead to 68-43. Later in the half, Justin Grahams drives to the lane and finds Benny LaFille for the slam dunk to put the Wonder Boys up 79-49. The Wonder Boys will win this one by a final score of 92-68. Montrell Williams led the way, finishing the game with 23 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 steals. Freddie Lee added 15 points on 5 of 7 shooting from the field and 4 assists, while Benny LaFille pitched in his 7th double-double of the season with 11 points and 10 rebounds. On Saturday, the Wonder Boys traveled to Arkadelphia, Arkansas to take on a red-hot Ouachita Baptist team. We pick things up late in the first half as Alex Brown is on fire. Graham finds him in the corner as he buries this three-point shot, his 4th of the half, and Tech had a lead of 50-39. We move on to the second half, and Brandon Williams gets this defensive board, hands it off to Freddie Lee, and then Lee finds Brown in the corner for his 6th three-pointer. Wonder Boys up 60-51. And then a few plays later, Brown finds Brandon Williams on this zip pass for an easy layup, which put the Wonder Boys up 64-54. The Tigers rallied to cut it to a one-possession game late, but Freddie Lee knocks down this free throw to make it a 4-point game. And the Wonder Boys will win this one by a final score of 89-85. Brown led the Wonder Boys with 22 points on 8 of 14 shooting from the field and a blistering 6 of 10 from behind the three-point line. Graham packed the stat column in this one with 16 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists, while Freddie Lee pitched in 13 points, going 7 of 8 from the all-important free throw line. Arkansas Tech closed out its busy week with conference rival Harding University at home on Monday. Montrell Williams started off hot in this one as he buries this three-point shot from the top of the key to tie the ballgame up at 21. Later in the half, Grams gets the very friendly roll on this three-point shot to stretch the Wonder Boys lead to 35-26. Then Graham makes a nice snag here on this steal and finds Williams again in the corner for his 17th point of the first half. Tech leading 38-26. Then in the second half, Lee finds a streaking LaFille for the fast break slam dunk to make the score 48-35. The Wonder Boys pulled away in the second half and came away with a 78-59 victory. The 59 points was the lowest total Tech has held an opponent to all season, and it was Harding's second lowest point total of the season. Montrell Williams led Arkansas Tech with 19 points on 8 of 16 shooting from the field. Justin Graham poured in 18 points, going 4 of 5 from the three-point arc, and also added 6 assists. And Grant Broussarder added 12 points off the bench, going 4 of 8 from the three-point line as well. The Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys baseball team played in their very first home opener of the 2017 season, taking on Missouri Western. Tech opened the series with the Griffins on Friday night at Tech Field. Jake Harvey got the Wonder Boys offense going right away in the first inning as he drives this RBI single up the middle to score Marcus Wilson with the Wonder Boys up 1-0. Trailing 3-2 in the third, Dylan McDermott knocks in Wilson again on this RBI ground out to tie the game up at 3 apiece. Trailing 4-3 in the ninth, the Wonder Boys take advantage of a sacrifice as the Missouri Western pitcher airmails this throw to third, and Michael Post scores to tie the game up at 4. Then in extra innings, Shane Pollard comes up to the plate as a pinch hitter, and he drives in this single up the middle as Parker Odell comes around to score to propel the Wonder Boys to a walk-off win. Arkansas Tech won this one by a final score of 5-4. Brandon Boschloff picked up the win in relief by pitching a 1-2-3 10th inning. Marcus Wilson went 2 for 4 from the plate with a pair of runs scored, and Jake Harvey also went 2 for 4 with an RBI. The Wonder Boys hosted a doubleheader on Saturday, and trailing 5-0 in the 5th inning, Zach Lakowski bashes this home run into right field to cut the lead to 5-1. Arkansas Tech finally got some offense going in the 7th inning as Marcus Wilson drives in this single to center field to score Kyle Love to make it an 11-2 game. In the very next at-bat, Corey Thompson drove in this RBI double to left field to score Jackson Hollinshead to make it an 11-3 ball game, and then Dylan McDermott smashed this 2-run RBI double to left field as well to score both Wilson and Thompson to make the score 11-5. However, that was all the Wonder Boys could muster as Missouri Western held on to get a 12-5 victory. McDermott led the Wonder Boys bats with a 2 for 5 performance from the plate with a pair of ribbies, while Thompson also finished 2 for 5 from the plate with an RBI and a run scored. Unfortunately, the Wonder Boys got shut out in the rubber match as Missouri Western won this one by a final score of 3-0. Despite taking the loss, Trent Armstrong pitched a very solid game for the Wonder Boys, going 5 1/3 innings, giving up just 2 earned runs and striking out 5, while Kyle Love and Shane Pollard led the Wonder Boys bats as each went 1 for 3. The Golden Sun softball team looking to continue their hot streak as they travel to Bentonville, Arkansas for the UAM Division II Softball Challenge. The Golden Suns opened the tournament with a 6-0 win over Northwest Missouri. Morgan Vaughn picked up the win with 3 1/3 innings pitched in scoreless relief. Ashton Sangster led the Golden Suns bats, going 2 for 3 with a pair of RBIs and a run scored, and Sarah Coronado went 1 for 4 from the plate with a pair of RBIs. In the later game on Friday, the Golden Suns had an impressive late-game comeback to come away with a 5-4 victory over Pittsburgh State. Megan Goodnight hit a 2-run home run in the 5th inning to cut the deficit to 4-3. Then with the bases loaded in the 6th, the Golden Suns took advantage of a Gorillas error to score a pair of runs and pull out the victory. Bailey Schaefer picked up the win with an inning and a third of scoreless relief, and Morgan Vaughn got her second save of the season. Jalissa Gum led the Tech Bats, going 3 for 4 from the plate with an RBI and a run scored, while Megan Goodnight went 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs and a run scored. There was no such luck for the Golden Suns on Saturday as they dropped a 2-0 affair to 22nd-ranked Missouri St. Louis. Jalissa Gum took a tough loss as she pitched 6 strong innings, giving up 2 earned runs and striking out 11 of the 23 batters she faced. The Arkansas Tech Bats didn't fare much better in the later game as Missouri Western defeated Arkansas Tech by a final score of 4-1. Sydney Hitson provided the lone offense for the Golden Suns, going 3 for 3 from the plate with an RBI. The Golden Suns tennis team officially opened up their spring portion of their 2017 season, taking on Delta State. We pick things up in doubles play as Tammy Bell's drop in this shot in between the Lady Statesman. Bell and Maka Acosta would pick up the win in doubles by a score of 8-1. In the other doubles match, Annabelle Rowland slams this winner through to push her and Teresa Sanchez to an 8-2 win in the number 2 doubles match. In singles play, Rowlands does a nice job of slapping this winner down the line, out of the reach to come away with a 6-0 win in the number 4 singles match. Finally, Acosta sends the Golden Suns out in style as she paints the corner of this match winner. Arkansas Tech wins the season opener 8-1 over the Lady Statesmen. Acosta, Bell, Rowlands, and Cammie Ward each picked up wins in singles play, while Acosta and Bell, as well as Rowlands and Sanchez, came away with doubles wins. The Golden Suns also picked up a few default wins as well. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will have senior Golden Suns tennis player Tammy Bell on set to talk about the opening win against Delta State. We'll be right back.
Are you a Tech sports fan? Then it's time for you to get rewarded with the Fight On Rewards app. Check into Tech athletic events to earn points and redeem for awesome prizes. You can also interact on social media, fan polls, and post pictures through our fan cam. The app is now available for free through the App Store or the Google Play Store. Looking to get the inside stories of Arkansas Tech athletics? Then be sure to subscribe to Tech Talk, the official podcast of Arkansas Tech Sports. Available for free right now on iTunes.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Welcome back to the Tech Sports Report. I am your host, Matt Jenkins, here with senior Golden Suns tennis player Tammy Bell. Tammy, how are you doing this afternoon?
Good. How are you doing?
Doing good. The spring season's underway.
Yes.
And, you guys started off on a very strong note, defeating Delta State in a big 8-1 victory. Just talk about the overall just team victory.
Yes. It's always a really sweet victory against Delta State. They defeated us last season, so we were going in with a very, focused mindset, and we really wanted to get this win. So it was very exciting once we got it.
I'm not much of a tennis. I mean, I love watching tennis, but as far as like the ins and outs, I'm not very familiar with it. But when I look at an 8-1 victory, that's a pretty dominant victory, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I think we went in there, really, wanting to get this win. So we went out there and did what we had to do to get
And
done.
you yourself picked up a big 6-1 victory, or a 6-1 win in a singles match, and then an 8-1 victory in a doubles match. So overall, just on a personal level with you, where did you find your success?
Well, it feels great going into the season and getting that first win. So, it gets you confident for the next matches. So it feels really good.
Talk about just some of these the team's goals heading into the spring season. You had a very successful fall season with the JC individual championships and finished off strong. So I'm sure there's some high expectations heading into this spring.
Yeah, well, I think we're mentally prepared to get the season started, and we've been working hard on court and off court. I think all the girls are just ready to compete. So, we're very excited, and I think it's going to be a great season.
Is there anywhere that you personally would like to improve this year, being your senior year? It's your last year in a Golden Suns uniform. Is there anywhere you'd like to maybe try to get a little better? Not that you aren't already great. I mean, you're fantastic. But just anywhere you'd like to try to get better?
Well, of course, you want to get, those extra wins in there. Sure. You don't want to lose any matches for your team. But yeah, if I could go undefeated, that would be, great.
Absolutely. I mean, that's everybody's dream. Yeah. I mean, you just saw the UConn women's basketball team won 100 in a row. Yeah. Could you ever see yourself winning 100 in a row?
Well, I mean, I wish I could see myself, but.
Before I move on to our last question, you guys are predicted preseason #1 in the GAC coaches poll. Just talk about what that means to be predicted the best team of the Great American Conference.
I mean, I think for all of us, it's a great honor that we get to be picked first. It puts, for some of the girls, it might be a little pressure, but I think it's the good pressure where we go on the court and we, fight a little harder.
Absolutely.
Every time.
Last thing, just kind of touched on a minute ago, you are a senior. This is your last year in a Golden Suns uniform. Are there some added emotions into that you really want to perform well this year?
Yes, of course. I mean, it's a kind of bittersweet moment where, it's you don't want it to end, but of course you want it to start. It's kind of, but we're going to go out there and try our best.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Is there anything throughout your career as a Golden Suns tennis player that just really sticks out in your mind, like one particular moment or moments, I guess I should say?
I think, like this past match that we had, just doing our cheer together, and we added a little something in there, and that kind of sticks because that means like we're all getting along really well, and so we all feel like a little family. So.
And that, to me, when you just talk about family as far as in athletics altogether, where it's tennis, football, basketball, baseball, softball, if the team's built together as a family, Lord knows what this team could achieve.
Yeah, exactly. We feel, really, really close, and that makes it feel great when we're going on to matches.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, good luck on the rest of the season.
Thank you.
We wish you nothing but the best in this year and in being your senior year. Before we let you go, what's next? What's after graduation?
What's next? I'm moving to California, and I'll be, being a tennis coach for a little while.
Excellent.
So,
excellent. Well, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Well, good luck on the rest of your season.
Thank you so much.
We're going to take a break. We'll be right back on the Tech Sports Report.
I knew Arkansas Tech had an impressive history,
but I didn't know that my professors would look out for my future.
I knew I'd be throwing fastballs on the field, but I didn't know I'd be on the fast track to physical therapy school.
I knew my art professors had years of experience, but I didn't know that I would get real-world experience before graduation.
I knew Tech was close to home, but I didn't know it would feel like home.
Tech has one of the highest graduation rates in the state. Come take a tour of campus and discover what else you don't know about Tech.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor. It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
Welcome back to the Tech Sports Report. I am Matt Jenkins. First of all, we would just like to thank Tammy Bell for taking time out of her day to come join us here on the Tech Sports Report. And I certainly believe that the Golden Suns tennis team has a very, very bright future ahead of them here in the 2017 portion of their season. Good luck to them on their upcoming season. And now we're at the portion of the show where we look ahead and see what's upcoming for Arkansas Tech athletics. The Golden Suns basketball team is hosting senior night tonight inside Tucker Coliseum as they will take on the Cotton Blossoms of Arkansas Monticello in their final home game of the season. That game is scheduled for a 5:30 p.m. tip-off. Following that game, the Wonder Boys will hold their senior night campaign against nationally 16th ranked Arkansas Monticello Boll Weevils with first place in the Great American Conference on the line. That game is slated for a 7:30 p.m. tip-off, and if you can't make it out to either of the games, live video, audio, and stats will all be available at arkansastechsports.com. On Friday, the Golden Sun softball team will be playing in their final non-conference tournament of the season in Bentonville, Arkansas. They will open the tournament against Emporia State at 11 a.m. and then will play Minnesota Duluth at 1 p.m. The Wonder Boys baseball team will officially open Great American Conference play on Friday as they travel to southwestern Oklahoma for a 3-game series. The Wonder Boys will open that series with a 2 p.m. first pitch. The Golden Sun softball team will open up a busy day in Arkansas Tech athletics on Saturday with a 9 a.m. game against Minnesota State. The Golden Suns will then return to the field at 1 o'clock p.m. for a rematch against Missouri Western. The Wonder Boys baseball team will return to the field for a doubleheader versus Southwestern Oklahoma. The first game is scheduled for a start at noon, with the second game starting shortly thereafter. The Golden Suns basketball team starts a 3-game road swing to close out the season as they travel to Arkadelphia to take on Henderson State. That game is scheduled for a 1 p.m. tip-off, and following right after that, the Wonder Boys basketball team are scheduled for a 3 p.m. tip-off against the Reddies. And also on next week's show, there will be full highlights of both games. The Golden Suns tennis team will close out a busy Saturday as they will take on Newman College, with that match being hosted at Missouri Western. That match is slated to begin at 6:30 p.m. And then on Sunday, the Golden Suns tennis team will play a pair of matches as they take on Missouri Western at 9 a.m. and then will face Maryville at 2 p.m., with both of those matches taking place in St. Joseph's, Missouri. On Monday and Tuesday of next week, the Golden Suns golf team will officially open up their spring season at the St. Edwards Invitational in Austin, Texas. The Golden Suns will play the opening round on Monday and will close out the tournament on Tuesday. And finally, the Wonder Boys baseball team will be back on the road on Tuesday for a midweek match against Missouri Southern. That match is scheduled for a 2 p.m. start time in Joplin, Missouri. And with that, we've reached the conclusion here on the Tech Sports Report. Make sure you stay tuned in next week as we will have Golden Suns senior guard Callie White to talk about the Golden Suns coming off their final home game of the season and their preparations for the Great American Conference Tournament. We appreciate you joining us here on the Tech Sports Report. I am Matt Jenkins, and we'll see you guys next week.